So you are on the left side of your notebook, page 28. Okay, left side. We're going to title it Unique Angles. Okay, and the first unique angle that we have is acute. So what does acute mean? Is that a big angle? Is that a little baby angle? Okay, so let's call it a cute little angle. Kind of a saying to help you remember. And then you also said that it's an angle that measures, nope,
Less than 90.
measures less than 90. And then just draw an example of a cute little angle, less than 90. Next one, we have right angle. And what does a right angle measure?
90.
So an angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. What's the third type of angle that we can have? Oh, yep, we can draw a right angle. And that little box tells us that it's exactly 90, right? Our third type is what, though? Obtuse. Okay, so to help me remember obtuse, I actually do like a little guy who's obtuse. This is big, right? So an obtuse angle is a big angle. So let's say that it measures what? Greater than 90, good. And you can draw in an obtuse angle. All right, some more angles that we need to talk about. Are you okay if I erase?
No.
Angles. Does anybody remember what an adjacent angle is? Nobody? What? Nobody? Okay. An adjacent angle, we're going to call them buddy angles. If somebody's your buddy, is that person like, who do you usually want to sit by? Your buddy, right? So your buddy always wants to sit right next to you. So that's why we call it buddy angles. So adjacent angles are angles that are right next to each other. Okay? So if we have a definition, we're going to write angles that are next to each other. So we'll refer to adjacent angles as buddy angles because you always want to sit right next to your buddy. So they're adjacent. Okay? If we're going to draw a picture of adjacent angles, I drew like a straight line, then I kind of drew a V going from a straight line. We're going to label this guy over here A, this guy B, and the last one C. What's a pair of adjacent angles? A, so angle A and angle B, because they're buddies, they're right next to each other. And then angle B and angle C, because they're right next to each other. Are A and C buddy angles? No, so they are not adjacent. Okay, my next one are vertical angles. And we already know what vertical angles are, right? Vertical angles are what are vertical angles? It's not up and down angles. Vertical means up and down, I agree with you there, but it's not horizontal. It has nothing to do with that. What are vertical angles? They're right across from each other, right? So if you're looking vertical to you right now, that's the person sitting across from you, right? So if you're looking vertical, that's the person across from you. So I kind of wrote, I wrote it like this. So I wrote an equal sign sideways because we think of vertical like that. And vertical angles are equal, right? So that's kind of how I remembered that vertical angles are equal angles. Our definition is going to be angles that are across from each other and measure the same. Okay, so then I drew that X that you guys were showing me with your arms. And I labeled this guy over here A, up top B, C, and then the bottom angle is D. So now with your highlighter, everybody at least has 2 different colors of highlighters in their team tub, right? Okay, so with your highlighter, somebody tell me a pair of vertical angles. What? B and D. So I would highlight, I just put a dot over B and I put a dot over D, because those 2 are vertical to each other. They're across from each other. They're looking at each other. And then with the other color, our other vertical angles are A and C. They're right across from each other. So then over here next to that picture, I'm going to draw another set of cross angles. But this time, I'm going to label this guy Y, the top one 4X, this one, did I write 52? 52. And then the bottom guy, 128. So with your highlighter again, got lots of switching. Which ones are vertical? Okay, so Abrielle first said 4X and 128. I agree with that. So I put just a dot again over them because you still want to be able to see what it reads. So staying with that, so now I'm going to grab my pencil. I know it's a lot of switching. Since angles that are vertical measure the same, I can say that 4x equals what? 128. Could I solve for x now? What would I do? Divide by 4, divide by 4, x equals what? How many times? Use calculator, there we go. 32. So by using the knowledge that of vertical angles, they measure the same, I know that x equals 32. Okay, with my other highlighter color, what's my other set of vertical angles? Y and 52. So, I'm not going to write in yellow because it's not hard to read, or it's hard to read. But so what does y equal? 52, right? Because if y is the same as 52, y equals 52. Questions on vertical angles?